I would like to call a gentleman from class of 92 who's going to read and share with us the history of our wonderful school. And that is none other than Mr. Cedric Hubbard.
What's happening, y'all? I want to thank y'all once again for a wonderful weekend. We had a drama-free weekend. Those other schools don't know about that, do they? All right. I'm going to read a little short history about the school, written and provided by our Alumni Association. In 1837, Michigan became a state, and around the same time, this area that we are standing on became known as Sand Hill. It got its name from the sand in the area. In 1907, this area became known as the village of Redford, and then it existed 19 years until 1926. In 1915, Redford built a two-story school on Grand River, just a couple blocks from Redford High. It only had 8 rooms. Old Burt School, as it was called, had only grades 1 through 8. Each year a new grade was added, and in 1919 they had a senior class. The first graduating class of 1919 only had 9 graduates. Redford Village decided to build a new school and called it Redford High School. Before the now existing high school could be built, 2 things had to happen. First, all the graves had to be removed, and second, all of the sand had to be removed. The graves were dug up and the caskets were moved to the mausoleum in Grand Lawn Cemetery on Grand River. Henry Ford removed all the sand and used it for glass and windshields in his factory. The cornerstone was installed in 1921, and the oldest building began construction. The old pool, the gym, and the auditorium were completed in 1925. The first students are started in the fall of 1921, and the Old Burt School became an elementary school. The first known yearbook was printed in 1923 and is labeled Volume 1. A copy of the 1924 yearbook sits in the Redford Historical Museum. Mr. Siegel had a copy of the 1924 book, and he allowed our committee to copy it. In 1925, the people of Redford Village voted to allow Detroit to annex it, all the way up to 8 Mile and Greenfield. In 1926, Redford High School became part of Detroit, and it became a Detroit public school. As the population increased, the need for schools at the elementary level increased. Elementary schools such as Houghton, Harding, Holcomb, and Burt were built in the 1920s. As a result, Old Burt School was closed. However, in 1929, the old school became the Detroit Receiving Hospital, Redford branch. One of our best-known student athletes was Chuck Costas, who became a professional golfer. He was at Redford in 1930 and 1931. By the middle 1930s, Redford's population had grown enough to make a new addition necessary. The second building was begun in 1938, and it took a year for it to complete. This building was 200 feet from the 1920 building, and students had to walk outside from the 1938 building to the 1920 building. George C. Scott, the actor, went to Redford High School and graduated in 1945.
Brynes has run many of the events we've had. So what do you think about today?
Well, more infamous than famous, but I'm both happy and sad that as a Husky, man, it was cool being here at the school way back when, I think, what I can remember 40 years ago. But times have changed, and she's going down, and we're going to make room for Myers or got to have retail.
Yeah. And
I'm just proud to be a part of the Huskies.
Ooh, Huskies.
I live in Detroit over in the Smith Home Projects, over on Kentfield and Acacia.
Okay.
And came to Redford and graduated in 1977.
Okay. And what kind of classes did you take back then, or what did you like that was just like?
I was in music. I had I ran track. I played football. And I see here, what else? I remember
What did you play in music?
I played piano.
Okay.
I was in Mr. Sykes' music class, the male chorus. What else did I do? Oh my God, that was such a long time ago. Yeah, I ran track. I had as the track coach, and I played a little bit of football too.
Okay. I played violin.
Ushered at the Redford Theater while he was a student.
I'm Chris Timco from '68.
68, okay, great.
McNamara graduated from 1945.
Teaching?
I was there in 68, yeah, I was a teacher.
What did you teach?
Accounting and business law.
Okay.
Yeah, so my year was 46.
Okay. You went to Redford at 46? Wow.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I put you on Facebook?
Okay, I'm already on it.
Oh, okay. All right. And where did you live back then?
Dearborn Heights.
Oh, okay.
It was Dearborn Township then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And you still where you live now?
Live on, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Very good.
And how many years did you graduate? When did you retire from Redford?
Yeah, retired here. 83.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Glad we're here.
Here's two more retired teachers from Redford.
Hi, I'm Chris from '68. It's okay if we put you on Facebook here a little bit? A little bit? Yes, no?
I don't check. Are you on Facebook? No.
Okay. I just think it's like sort of like TV.
Oh, like TV. So I retired in 2002. I taught at Redford for 25 years.
And what did you teach?
Math.
And yourself?
Science.
Science?
Biology and physics.
I can't remember the teacher I had, unfortunately.
I wasn't there
until
73.
68.
Okay, I just got into 71.
I was in trouble. Mr. Gavaznik, if he was then there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
But we had one science teacher, I can't remember, was a science teacher, that he would just go insane with the kids. He would take his nails across the board.
Who was that? You know?
I can't remember, it's a real tall guy.
Real tall guy.
Yeah. You know, we were in school, they didn't even have big pens then. They had pens where they pulled up the lever for the ink. So, you know, we couldn't wear jeans, things like that.
So a lot of changes, huh?
I was a frat. I was kind of frat, not the greaser type. So.
You're 68, huh?
And the boys' swimming class then would not wear bathing suits. That was strict. Huh? The girl, nothing. And the girls were wearing a gray wool tank suit. Strange stuff back then. I was just circuit. Nice meeting you there.
Nice meeting you too. Take care.
Thanks for.
The president of RHSAA, which stands for Redford High School Alumni Association, and that will be Mr. Chuck Reaver. Now he's gonna speak to you just for a few minutes. That we did ask him to come up and say a few words. We really want to make sure that we blend all of our Husky community. Now he gets long-winded.
Excuse me, don't let them go.
So if you see me come up and pull his coattail, you'll know why. No, but seriously, he gets long-winded for a reason. He has a very deep passion and love for Redford, and that is the reason for his passion. So please be patient, bear with him. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Chuck Reaver from the class of 1965.
Hey, can you hear me? All right. My name is Chuck Reaver, and I am the president of the Redford High School Alumni Association. I graduated from Redford High School in 1965, but I taught at Cooley High School from 1969 until 1999. Okay, many of our board members are here today. The other board members that are Fred McKinder, class of 65, he's not here. Carl Sorensen, class of 1966. Bob Besch, class of 1969, and Cindy Harrell, class of 1974. Three of them are here right now. All right, the RHSAA has been in existence for 30 years. Okay, we began in 1982 as a 501c and have raised over $200,000 for the school. This money went for scholarships, the robotics program, the scoreboard behind me, and lots of other things. In the past year, we have donated $3,300 to the Redford Theater and $1,700 to the Redford Historical Museum, which is on Beach Daily near Schoolcraft. We also donated almost every yearbook from 1924 to 2007 to the historical. It's a little old schoolhouse right there on Beach Daily. So if you ever want to see those yearbooks, try to get the Historical Museum. It's really only open Wednesdays right now. All right. Now, some yearbooks, some are on display at the Redford Library up on 6 Mile. Not a very good collection yet, but that's not the real project. The real project, Stephanie started talking about this, will be we want to build a complete set down at the Detroit Downtown Public Library. And we are going to be looking for donations or yearbooks or whatever you have for us. Okay, we also have been working with Loramax, and they allowed a group of us to go inside the old school on June 9th. And we took some photographs, okay? And 3 of the people I took inside were professionals. Sean Dorr, Melina Fryer, and John Bean. And their photos are fantastic, and they're pictures of the old pool, which we did find under those classrooms. I only bumped my head twice. Okay, on the day of the fire, I came by to take a couple of pictures. Later that evening, I met the class of 1992 up at Gee Whiz, and I partied with them. And that, by the way, is where I met Stephanie. Okay. What I'm hoping for is more activities where we can join together, the RHSAA and I'm going to call it the DRHSA because I can't pronounce that. Okay. And the last thing I want to mention, okay, you see that the stands are down? They weren't stolen. Loramax gave John George permission to take those down. All right. And if any of you live in the area, John George works out of the Java House up there on Lasser. I've worked with them a couple of days so far, tearing down old broken down houses and stuff in the city. That's a project we can all do together. I have to say one last thing. I love Detroit.
Chuck, before you leave, I need you to come here.
Is that a brick?
No, I don't have a brick. On behalf of DERSA and all of the alumni of Redford High, we would like to present to you, pull that out,
Oh, yeah.
a shirt.
I'm going to wear this next week to the theater.
Oh, you are? Okay, very good. And I want to thank you again for helping us and answering all my questions when I call you and text you, and you're there and you're very supportive, and we look forward to working together. We will. Thank you so much, Chuck. Next on our program, we would like to introduce one of the probably, I'm going to say, most known teacher here. No, she's not, because there's several teachers here. But she is definitely a love teacher. There's another one who I'm trying to get up to the mic. Don't wave at me. Come up here, sweetie.
Put her on Front Street.
We're going to wait. I'm talking about Miss Royster. She's in the crowd. I'm trying to see some other ones. We have Miss Jewett here.
Mr. McAllister.
Sometimes our teachers don't know how important they are to us and how much they influence our lives. They influence our thoughts. They influence our behaviors. They are our family when we are away from home. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for our distinguished teachers who are with us here today. I can't have them all speak because we'll be here a long time, but I did ask one teacher in particular to say a few words for us today. So if Miss Nancy Jewett can come to the mic.
Hello. Welcome to this wonderful ceremony. Stephanie and Greg, thank you so much for asking me to share with you some of my memories and thoughts about Redford High School. When I first heard that the building would be demolished, I had all the classic symptoms that you have when you suffer a great loss. Grief, anger, depression, and many tears. And it kept nagging at me day after day after day. So one afternoon I drove over to the parking lot by the field house, and I sat there for a very, very long time. And I said, why am I grieving over a building? It's not the building that was important to all of us. I mean, it was important in its own way. But what is really important are all of you, the students, the teachers, the administrators, the support staff, everyone that was affiliated with Redford High School. And now the torch is passed to you. There's no more building left, but there will always, always be the big, loving family of Redford. So remember that and keep it in your heart, because we are a family, we love each other, and the building may be gone, but the spirit and your memories will be in your heart forever. And may I just share a personal thing with all of you. Thank you so much for being a part of my life for 36 years that I spent at Redford. I have such great memories of you, and it's such a pleasure to see all of you and have an opportunity to visit with you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Miss Jewett. Would you like to come up and say a few words? And I'm sorry, I don't know your name, so introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm class of 87, and I taught at Redford Special Education.
Put your mic up.
In 2005. So I was here for a year, and then I transferred somewhere.
Okay, she loved Redford when she was here. That's what she means to say. Any other teachers?
I'm Joe Francis. Are there any huskies in the crowd? Great. Hey, I graduated in 46. And then I graduated again in 83. Great to see all you guys. Hey, I'm at the Redford Theater. Come over and see a movie and say hi when you come in.
Thank you so much. I'm glad he mentioned the information about the Redford Theater. That theater over there is for all of us. The chandelier that was in the auditorium was donated to the theater. So our memories are over there. In the future, we will be doing some work with the theater. We hope to have a couple of theater nights and some other stuff we're trying to put together. Last but not least, I'd like to call to the mic the president of DERSA, our fearless leader, Mr. Greg Uri Gardner, representing the class of 85.
Hey, you know what? They can take our building, but we will still be what? They can take this field and we'll still be what? They can take the scoreboard, they can take the fence, the baseball field, and the parking lot, and guess what we're still going to be? That's what I want you to remember. Remember that. Whether you graduated in 25 or whether you graduated in 2008, you are a what? Husky! And that's what I'm talking about. Look, my name's Greg Gardner. For those of you that didn't know, I'm the president of DARSHA, Detroit Redford High School alumni. Thank you so very much for coming out. You guys are wonderful, and we know all the real. We know where they're at, and we're so glad. We are pleased. We got people in tears. Don't laugh. They are, really. They're in tears. They love this school. We know you guys love this school. Thank you so much for coming out. Where my ladies at? My ladies, okay. Let me lead this for you one last time. What are we? Huskies! Take it away.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Redford Huskies! Redford Huskies! In class of 87. Number 1. 92. We are Brynes, and we just learned this song. We are from Redford. We are from Redford. We are from Redford. True to the red and gray. Plugging together forever, fighting all the way. Onward to our goals we march. Onward to our goals we march. Onward to our goals. Shouting cheers aloud. We're proud, we're proud, we're proud. 'Cause we are from Redford. We are from Redford. We are from Redford. True to the red and gray.
Thank you so much, Huskies and Huskettes. Look for information in the future. Tell other Huskies and Huskettes what they missed today. Rub it in, and we will always be a family. Can I get a red
That was darn cool. How many people you think? I don't know how to judge it. More than 500.
Are you from Redford? Yes, I'm from Redford, true to the red and gray. We're together forever, fighting all the way. Onward to our goals we march, shouting cheers aloud. For the school of which we're proud, with a good old Redford High School crowd. Fight for the red and gray, fight all the way. Go team, keep rolling, we will win today. So get that ball and go down the field, we'll never yield. Fight, fight, fight team, fight for the red and gray.